I didn't want to bring this up, but your mom is clearly trying to set us up. If you love Carol, then you have to be okay with disappointing your mom.
I just finished watching A Perfect Christmas Carol. Here's a quick synopsis. When a fiercely independent pastry chef agrees to accompany her hunky dream man home for the holidays, things quickly devolve as he reverts into a mama's boy, and she finds herself caught in a tug-of-war with his smothering mother. And let's dive into the holiday drum roll. Y'all, I am giving this movie a slay or a 4. This movie was pretty good. Oh my goodness. Let me start this off by saying this was the messiest Christmas movie I think I have ever seen, and I was here for all the drama, all the audacity that happened in this movie. I was over the moon. Like, I was so invested in this movie. Y'all, first off, every single character had audacity, like so much of it. This movie is about Max and Carol, and basically they recently started dating, and Max invites Carol to come home with him for the holidays, and at first she doesn't want to, but then she agrees to because she is a pastry chef and she needs like a Christmas recipe to do for her restaurant she works at, and it just so happens that Max lets her try some of his mom's Christmas kringle, and she's like, this is amazing. So her goal for going home is to steal Max's mom's recipe. So then they show up, and the mom absolutely hates Carol. Like, she doesn't even give her a chance. And she's like, oh, no. And so she starts plotting against the two of them to try to get Max to go back to his high school girlfriend. And she, like, sets stuff up to, like, it is wild. And then Max is, like, an ultimate mama's boy, and he's terrible. Like, that's honestly why I cannot give it a 5 or 5 golden rings, because I honestly could never date someone like Max. Like, he was the worst part in this movie, just because I feel like when you're in a relationship, you need that partner, you need that support system. And Max did not really support Carol. Like, he kind of switched at the end, but I was like, nah, man. Like, that was a big thing in this movie. I was just like, I cannot marry a guy like Max. Like, no. The one really cool thing, this is a spoiler, so spoiler alert if you're watching this, was at the end they do get engaged, which is kind of wild in itself, because I was like, Max needed to make up more before Carol should have said yes, in my opinion, because he was mama's boy this whole movie, and he let Carol down time and time again and stood up for his mom instead of Carol, but Carol said yes, whatever. But the part I loved, and I was like, if I get married, if I get proposed to, I don't want a ring box. What they did in this movie is he had like a small gingerbread house that he used that had the ring in it. Y'all, I want something like that. I'm putting that out there now, putting that out for the world. If that happens, I don't want a ring box. I want a gingerbread house, because that is so, so cute. And it's like a little keepsake, you know, later in life, like you'll always have it and you'll be like, oh, he proposed to me with a gingerbread house. So I'm putting that out there to the world. Woo! That's what I want. But anyway, back to the movie. But yeah, then Carol had this friend that basically, she pushes Carol to go with Max's family for Christmas, but she has ulterior motives for doing it. Like, it was so much audacity. Like, everyone had like their own reasons for doing stuff that were just terrible. And I honestly, in this movie too, I felt bad for Carol's friend, because like, yeah, Carol's friend pushes Carol to go see Max's family, and she really just does it just because she wants to go to the town herself to kind of get some acting, kind of get invested into the small town experience, because she's doing like a one-woman play, and so she's like, I need some background, so she's pushing Carol to go to this town just so she can kind of get some experience herself. So she shows up at the town, and the part that I feel bad about is Carol wasn't really there for her friend the whole time that she was there. Like, she would kind of like meet up, but she just left her friend by herself, and her friend was going through something, and Carol wasn't really there. Movie in one word, literally audacity would be this movie, but it was so much drama. I am here for it. I enjoyed it. I was like laughing at some times. I like how it ended outside of the proposal part. I was like, they shouldn't have gotten proposed, in my opinion, because Max had a lot more making up to do. Like, they had to rebuild the trust, and that just didn't happen in the last minute. But that could also just be because I'm like, I would never marry someone like Max. That may also be why I'm like, you can't, like, he did not redeem himself, in my opinion, enough for them to get engaged. But, you know, it's a movie. It's not real life, but those are my 2 cents. Perfect Christmas Carol. What you think? If you've not ever seen it, I think you should try to find it, because it was a very entertaining movie, and it was just so much drama that I was here for, just because I was basically getting into something in this movie, and I really, really enjoyed it. This has been another episode of Real Talk with Noelle.